And we are live tonight with another great show from MnRTV Live Show. And tonight, as a special guest, we're going to be having Dr. Simeon Hein, crop circles. What are crop circles? What is this mysterious phenomenon that we hear about? Well, we decided we're going to check this out with the good doctor, Dr. Simeon Hein, who's going to come on at 8:15 tonight. But without any further ado, here's my guest, my co-host, the one and the only, the info madman, Mario. Welcome to the MnRTV Live Show.
It's great to be back, Rabbi, and to all the people out there. This is the place to be, right here. And we're going to dissect everything from crop circles to what's happening in the Middle East and somewhere out there. But then we're going to be talking about in the news and everything, you know, and I'm happy that we're here because this is the place to be, the mothership of them all.
That's right. And tonight we're going to be having a good show tonight about crop circles. We're also going to be talking about remote viewing and aliens and a whole bunch of goodies. That's what we're going to be talking tonight with our guest, Dr. Simeon Hein, at 8:15 Eastern Standard Time. So let's get going. This show's been brought to you by the Montreal Anti-Illuminati Task Force, a task force dedicated to exposing and stopping the New World Order that's been in existence since 2011.
Yeah, so this is me, this is Mario. I'm going to be switching on over. So like that you get to see everything that you want to see, not just hear me, but you'll be hearing me, but you'll be seeing everything else because that's what it counts. So I'm going to be doing what we normally do, the introductions, pictures of the week, the news, and then we're getting our guest, which I'm looking forward to because it's always great. Oh yeah. So here we go. Let's do this. Let's get it done. All right. So our wonderful blog, MnR Productions, Mariolaur, blogspot.ca. This is everywhere. Everywhere you can find it. And you just scroll down. And if you don't see this, just refresh. And once the show has been done, it shall be here. So if you want to see it again, you just go here, click on play, and you will see this, the recorded show. And this is Chitango, a wonderful Chitango, where you can all ask them, the guests, the questions, and you can ask us questions, and you can interact with everybody. All right, so now we're going to be going on down to the pictures of the week that have been posted on the Conspiracy Talk on both Google Plus and on Facebook.
Okay, let's get going. Let's get the ball rolling. 4 out of 5 presidents recommend New World Order brand global governance. And here we have Bush 1, Bill Clinton, Bush 2, JFK, and Obama. And think that it's hilarious that you still don't believe in it. Well, yeah, well, they all talked about it, but JFK, I know he was against it. The other 4 are for it. For the New World Order.
Yeah, Robbie, but let me just explain something here for everybody to know. Don't you all forget that the New World Order, or the New World is here in America and in Canada, right? That's the New World. And these presidents, they're just doing what they're told to do because they're puppets, right? From the puppet master.
Exactly, the puppets are all being pulled on a string, and it's getting to the point where you know, a lot of stuff's happening, even with the new president. We'll be talking about that later. I wasn't saying new, but the latest president, Trump.
Speaking of the latest president, look at these.
There he is, America first, and there's President Trump with the president of China, I believe, right?
Yeah, one of those countries. You know, it's why probably China or something like that. But this Trump dude here, he's like sucking up. He's just sucking up to all the other presidents. I wonder if he's not a globalist himself, just for sucking up to all these presidents of all the other countries out there.
I'm sure he is.
All right, suivant next. Yeah, look who's really in charge of ISIS.
Yeah, made in USA, the CIA, ISIS. Yes, right there. Exactly, right there. They're in charge of it, and with guns and with a knife. Made in USA. Is that a big surprise for anybody? No, not really.
Well, it doesn't surprise me. Robert, it doesn't surprise me.
No, it doesn't surprise us because we know about it.
But we got to tell people out there, and we've always spoken about this in our previous shows. Suivant next. Now, this one makes you wonder, doesn't it?
It does. Look at that. The International Space Station is a hoax. Yeah, that looks like a space station, all right. That looks like a nice prop right there.
Look at this, a green screen and everything. See that?
Exactly. And we've worked in green screen before at a previous job. So, yeah, very
Who
well
can we
done.
believe?
Look, you can't believe NASA. You can't.
No. Well, we got to be extra careful to what we believe and what we see out there. Like, here's one. You know, just because we posted on the conspiracy talk doesn't mean anything. We just post on conspiracy talk so that people can see for themselves and look it up and say, this is not right. This is wrong.
Fake news. On April 20th, 2017, several planets will align, causing the Earth's moon to appear green for 90 minutes. This phenomenon is known as green moon and only happens once every 420 years. Please share this historical event. And a couple of weeks ago, I think on April 11th, it was supposed to be the pink moon. So I guess now they're doing all kinds of colors of the moon. I guess it's some new fad or something, but this is fake news. But the reason it's put there is for people to notice, and sometimes we don't say anything and let them guess or let them tell us, yes, this is fake news, just to see if they're paying attention out there.
Yeah, and see how intelligent and how smart is our viewers are out there. And also, everybody out there, if you're never too sure about what's posted in the conspiracy talk, all you have to do is just start page everything and see find your answer. But yeah, just because things are posted in there doesn't mean that everything is real. We just have to put it in there. After all, it is conspiracy talk. It's put in there for us to talk about and figure out the facts. Suivant next. Oh yeah, look at this one.
Let us remember every soldier that died because a politician lied. And there's been millions of soldiers that died because of politicians, of lies and being war pigs and warmongers. And they lie and people die. Not a good way for a country to be run.
They're all the same, Robert, only in different parties. You know, Democrats and them Republicans.
They're working for one puppet.
George Soros.
Yes. Yeah. We didn't talk about Soros. Okay, next. Speaking of which,
Suivant next. Look at this.
Rare photo of United Airlines removing 56 passengers from overbooked flight. 2001 colorized. Yeah. Was it though? United Airlines that flew in there.
Yeah, one of them. And yeah, Robert, I'm very surprised because when there's a plane crash, usually the company goes bankrupt, right? How come this is still around, this plane, and it's flying everywhere? Even here in Montreal, it's flying everywhere. Makes you wonder. It makes you really wonder. But I believe that it was a drone that flew in those buildings. And people out there on the Google Plus conspiracy talk, they're saying, oh, why you bring up this old information, old news? But this is what started everything.
This is what brought in the closing finales at the beginning of the New World Order.
Exactly.
2001.
Definitely. All right, suivant next.
The idea that some lives matter less is the root cause of all that is wrong with the world. Exactly. Look at these little kids and baby and everybody that died. The parents are probably dead. Their family, they're alone in a war-torn country.
Very sealed. But who put this picture out there? Let's just hope it's not CNN.
And I hope not. No. Just very sad and tragic. Very unfortunate. Yeah.
Suivant next.
Clinton, boom. Bush, boom. Obama, boom. Trump, boom. And what are they doing? They're doing like some kind of, looks like a nuclear strike type of game, but except it's not a nuclear strike game. It's reality.
But then again, they're probably blowing up their own CIA buildings down there just to make it look like it's something important, but it's not. It's something that they created.
Yeah, exactly. Could be in some studio, but except that the explosions are real, you know. Except we don't know exactly what is real, what is not real, because as time goes on, it's been said that we won't be able to tell the truth from reality as the New World Order finishes up their plans. So now everything you see, it may not be what it seems. There's more to it than meets the eye.
We got to investigate.
Exactly.
Let's move on next. Just like this one, you see, they investigated a deep more than they ever investigated 9/11. Let that sink in.
Exactly. Like they investigated more of Bill Clinton's ways than with Monica Lewinsky than 9/11. A scandal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But this one here is a bigger scandal.
Exactly.
Last but not least, oh yeah, now this one everybody like this.
There's one thing missing though. MK Ultra is not on it, I believe. That's the only thing, but I do like it. I do like this
right
one.
Here, Robert. Level 5. See right there.
Oh, right there. Oh yes. Good. Yeah, I must have been blind. Yeah. Because I see so much stuff. Yeah, right there. Oh, excellent. Yeah, and that's at level 5. Yeah, I'm probably beyond level 6. And you?
Yeah, definitely, Robert. I'm beyond the. In fact, I'm so deep. And I'm somewhere on the bottom of the barrel. You know.
The thing is, we're so deep that we find out so many things that sometimes it scars us. It could scar us, and the stuff we find out is stuff of nightmares, folks. What we know beyond level 6, we're not going to repeat. We can't. We won't. We refuse to. It's stuff of nightmares that we don't want to think of. We don't want to even imagine. You know. Let's just leave it at that. But it's good that people if people could go up to level 6, that's good. Don't go beyond that because it's going to blow your mind. It's gonna mind F you. That's for sure.
All right, so that's the pictures of the week that are, of course, they're all found on here. You can still see talk, and you just go down, and usually if we have a guest, it's right here. When the show gets recorded, it's right there, and everybody is having a great time on here. There's not many trolls out there. We take control of them trolls. We have a hardcore match, and we just get rid of them. You know, we kick them out.
Exactly. And there's our show tonight with Dr. Simeon Hine. That's what will be coming on at 8:15 p.m.
All right. I'm just Eder Pala. Nice to see you here. You know. All right. So now we're going to be doing what we normally do. Fun part. Well, it's all fun, even when we get the gears. I love it when we get them gears. But now we're going to be talking about the dirty stuff. And here, right here, we're going to be talking about starting with North Korea.
North Korea provokes again. Will test missiles once a week. Kim Jong-un ramps up missiles testing schedules, says North Korean official. And there, as we go down, we see the picture of him with a plate and a fork.
Do you think this dude right here watches the MnRTV Live Show?
I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe we'll tag his name in it to watch the MnRTV Live Show. Okay, in Pyongyang, despite harsh warnings from the international community, North Korea's military plans to continue its missile testing program, launching at least one rocket per week, a high-level Korean official told the BBC. We'll be conducting more missile tests on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. Vice President Minister Hang Song-Royal said, also warning the U.S. that it will be an all-out war if they continue to push Kim Jong-un's regime. He also said that North Korea needs its nuclear weapons to protect itself from the U.S. threats. Over there, I've done deep research into North Korea, and they worship him. You have to these are statues, and when he comes on the scene, you have to smile, like, because if you don't come there, they're probably gonna shoot you, or they're gonna put you in a prison camp or something. As soon as he appears, you have to smile, even if you're not feeling well. If you have like a straight face, you're deep doo-doo, and that's how King Young Jong-un operates.
Yeah, but he's been a trio for quite a while there. I've heard of stories of him a while back that he had missiles that would aim towards here. But
towards where? Towards where we are?
Yeah, Montreal and Europe. I mean not Europe, but BC.
That's not such a good thing.
Vancouver.
And here we are talking about him, and you never know what he might do. Right?
All right. Let's get to the next one. Speaking of people with problems, look at this.
MIT experts, latest chemical weapons attack in Syria was staged. A leading weapons academic has claimed that Khan Sheikhun nerve agent attack in Syria was staged, raising questions about who was responsible. Theodore Postal, a professor emeritus at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, issued a series of 3 reports in response to the White House's finding that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad perpetrated the attack on the 4th of April. He concluded that the U.S. government report does not provide any concrete evidence that Assad was responsible, adding it was more likely than that the attack was perpetrated by players on the ground. Postal said, I have reviewed the White House document carefully, and I believe it can be shown without doubt that the document does not provide any evidence whatever that the U.S. government has concrete knowledge that the government of Syria was the source of chemical attack in Syria at roughly 6 to 7 a.m. on the 4th of April 2017. In fact, a main piece of evidence that is cited in a document point to an attack that was executed by individuals on the ground, not from aircraft, on the morning of the 4th of April. Pretty deep, what they're doing. I mean, right there. I mean, we've seen pictures where they're touching the people that have chemicals there, and they have no gloves. They have no gloves on their hands.
No, we posted that picture last week there, Rabbi, on our show.
Exactly. Yeah, on our show last week we showed it. That's true. So right there, I'm telling you, all of this warmongering, it's not going good. It's just getting worse and worse and worse. We're getting close.
Could it just be a rumors of war?
Yeah, well, there could only be so many rumors till one of them starts, you know. But it's like also rumors of, remember all of these H1N1, and then what else did we have? We had Ebola and the Zika, all these like false things. Like whatever happened to Ebola now? No one talks about it anymore.
So, all right, the next one.
Now they're talking more about war than diseases. Then it fluctuates, it flip-flops. Richest man in Asia aggressively preparing for collapse. Direct exposure to gold as super wealthy focus on wealthy preservations. The world is awash in crisis, with war looming, economies crashing and revolutions brewing. Doomsday bunker sales are soaring, and individuals from coast to coast are getting ready for whatever tomorrow may bring. Moreover, even governments like China and Russia are preparing, having gone so far as to create their own exchange mechanisms to trade directly with gold in the event of a global currency crisis or financial meltdown. But it's not just the government who has taken notice of the problems facing the globe. According to Globe Mining Chairman Amir Adni and Sprout U.S. Holdings CEO Rick Rule, some of the biggest billionaire investors on the planet are actively seeking out precious metals like gold as wealth protection, insurance, and the uncertainty of the current geopolitical climate. Well, these guys could afford to do it because they are part of the elites, but we can't do that. And look at this man. Who is this man? China's biggest billionaire investor and the richest man of Asia is Li Ka-shing. This individual's network is about 35 billion. For the first time in a number of years of working with his team when it comes to investment in commodities that they believe were important to the strategic growth of China. For the first time, they are looking for gold-related investments. I wonder if he's part of the Li family, one of the 13 bloodlines families, probably.
Most definitely. Yes.
So what do you think? What do you think? Imagine having his bank account of 35 billion.
Yeah, but there's one thing there, Rabbi. If something happens to him or the good Lord takes him up, he's not taking all this money with him. You know, he's got to bury it behind, leave it behind.
Exactly, because when you leave this reality over here and you die, you don't bring it with you. In fact, it's not even needed. In fact, you take the 35 billion and just say it's garbage in the other world. Well,
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, all these links will be posted in the description when the show's done. We're about to say something there, Robert?
No, I wasn't about to say anything. I was about to say that, well, he's getting prepared. He doesn't want to die with all his billions. He wants to stay alive and try and profit. Not try and enjoy life, but how can you enjoy life if there's war all over the place? I don't know. I guess maybe he knows something we don't know. Oh, well, more power to him, I suppose.
All right, so that's it with the economy. Now we're going to be talking about sun. Look at this one. Look at what I found.
That looks like Ant-Man. That's Ant-Man. Okay.
Let me just make it a tad bigger.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
Okay. Are Ant-Man and the Wasp going to CERN to explore the microverse? Though relatively new to the film's Ant-Man and has potential within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the good-natured tech experts turned superhero is just not a fanboy of his fellow superheroes. He's a brilliant mind in his own right. When we last left Scott Lang in Captain America Civil War, he had joined the Avengers as Ant-Man Giant Man and was headed into unknown territory alongside them. But in his own life, Lang shrunk himself past the point of no return to actual unknown territory, the quantum realm. Somehow reversed the effects and returned to our macroscopic world as much as like his fellow science bros, Iron Man and Bruce Banner. Ant-Man likely had some technological tricks up his sleeve. While it is in the quantum realm, can he and Hope Van Dyne find her mother, the original Wasp, lost in the abyss? We may be able to look at a real-life science lab for the answers. Don't tell me that they want to shrink people.
Most probably.
Last night, while on a tour of Marvel's office on the Walt Disney, we were able to chat briefly with Ant-Man director Peyton Reed, who's currently working on Ant-Man and the Wasp, about what Scott Lang is up to now. And we poured our concept art for coming films like Captain America and our pals at Crafting Comics. Co-host Tiffany Smith asked Reed if Ant-Man technology inspires the film's designs of the design, influence, and tech. Ever vigilant spoilers Reed remained tight-lipped, saying that though he didn't want to give anything away, they did go on a real location in Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now it's unconfirmed theory, but just stick with what if Ant-Man goes to CERN? For those that are unfamiliar with CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research based in Switzerland, where physicists and engineers are, according to the official site, probing fundamental structure of the universe. They use the world's largest and most complex scientific instruments to study the basic constituents of matter, the fundamentalist particles. The particles are made to collide together at close to the speed of light. The process gives the physicists clues about how the particles interact and provide its insights into the fundamental laws of nature. So I'm not going to go into it all, but yeah. So what I get is that they're probably going to try and shrink a man, if it hasn't been done already, to go and explore all these unknown, like atom, being the size of an atom and smaller.
Interesting times we're living in.
Imagine shrinking to the size of an atom and being able to do what Ant-Man did.
Hey, Leon. Yeah, that would be very fun.
Yeah, Ilan, welcome to the MnRTV show. Exactly, and that's something to think about. Maybe it's a future show we could do about. I'm sure there's technology for that. Okay.
Right. The next RFID chip. Microchip.
The RFID microchip implants on humans will jeopardize their security. RFID micro implants will become the thing of the future, because there will come a time that every human being, will have an implant. At present, microchip implants are voluntary, but time will come that all humans will be forced to have implants in order to live. However, it will lead to a total loss of security and privacy, and eventually loss of the chance to live eternally in the presence of the Almighty. This sounds ominous. The headline of news called Express says, Mark of the Beast's secret plan to implant us with ID chips by 2017. Hey, we're in 2017 now. This has been considered as a conspiracy theory that all humans will have chips either in their right hands or foreheads for various reasons. One of the most common reasons is health. The chip implanted in a patient will enable medical practitioners to know the medical history of a person as contained in his implant. Another reason is for ID, where all information gathered through the internet about a particular person is stored on a microchip. One reason is to facilitate economic activities. There will come a time the world will be a cashless world. Trade and financial transactions will be done through the microchip. Boy, this is not good, not at all. I mean, I'm not gonna. It's a long article. It's very, very interesting, but the mass implications that will happen in the future will be done by the new world order to control people and ultimately bring them into subjectation to Satan. This absurdity of thing lies in the spiritual aspects that has something to do with man's eternal destiny. In Christianity, most people believe the implantation of the chips may be the fulfillment of the mark of the beast prophecy, which control economic activities like buying and selling. This teaching can be found in Revelations, book of Revelations 13:16. As you can see right there, no man may buy or sell without the mark of the beast, and its number is 666. Oh, and if you do take this mark, well, you're in the lake of fire forever and ever.
Yeah, because you kind of give up your soul. You give up your soul to Lucifer, Satan.
Exactly. So it's not something we really recommend to do, But we are in 2017 now. We're in the 4th month now, and no mark of the beast. However, folks, I've seen it. They said that this implant chip would be done in 2015, not 2017. Who knows? But the way the world is going, who knows if it's headed towards war or whatever? With North Korea, Syria, Afghanistan. Who knows? Really.
Okay, hold on, the rabbit. Hold on. Okay, now let's go.
Mysterious object filmed flying across moon baffles viewers. An unidentified object was caught flying close to the moon by a super powerful camera lens. Mysterious object spotted near moon getting close. The clip available above shows a large black shadow moving upwards across the base of the moon towards the center. As the lens zoom in, the tip of the object appears to constantly spiral while the entity continues forward. It is not clear if the triangular black mark is the object itself or a trail of fumes coming from something else. Eventually, the object disappears into space as it finishes crossing the moon, as it no longer illuminated by its glow. It looks like a rocket ship or something. Wow.
There's a video right here. I could play it, but I don't know if we're allowed.
The footage was posted on Arabic news sites and was reportedly filmed in Oman's astronomical observatory using high-powered telephoto lens. Due to the nature of the footage, it's difficult to determine whether the object is anything more than a strange shadow. Over 100,000 people have watched the footage in the day since it was uploaded, and mixed theories have emerged as to what the object is. Several YouTubers claim the object looked similar to NASA's logo, when one theorist proposed it was a space squid. Oh, I'm sure someone out there knows what this is. One user wrote, maybe a UFO took out North Korea's missile after it launched from the test pad.